Hi, I'm Angus Robinson with the Anritsu company. Today we're on top of Mount Umunhum in Northern California at the south of the San Francisco Bay Area. And up here on top of the Santa Cruz Mountains we've got radio transmitters on the hills over there, and to my right here we've got a great example of the NEXRAD weather radar system. The NEXRAD weather radar system is one of about 150 radars across the United States. They're used for weather forecasting, as you'd expect, transmitting burst radar pulses at around about 2.7 gigahertz. And today we're going to use the Anritsu MS-2090A Fieldmaster Pro Spectrum Analyzer with its pulse analyzer option to take a look at the radar pulses and the pulse repetition frequency and try and get an overview of the characteristics of this weather radar. The first thing I'm going to do is use the RTSA to look at the radar breathing as it rotates. So although it's transmitting constant power, because it's rotating at any one location the power will appear to rise and fall. And also because it's bursted, we can really only see that in RTSA mode. So the yellow trace here is a max hold trace, and the power density blue trace below that is the RTSA view of the radar rotating, and we're seeing the changes in the power level as it rotates and the transmitters towards and away from the antenna on the spectrum analyzer itself. We've seen from the RTSA that the radar is rotating about 2 or 3 times a minute. What I've done now is I've put the analyzer into zero span mode with a total sweep time of 60 seconds. And we can see as the trace updates that we get distinct peaks as the radar antenna is pointing towards the detecting antenna on the spectrum analyzer. So that's kind of confirming the rotation rate of the weather radar. The spectrum analyzer is now in zero span mode with a sweep time of about 10 milliseconds. And you can see we've got 4 pulses on the display. They're about 3 milliseconds apart. The reason the pulses are changing in amplitude is because the radar antenna is rotating. So when it's pointing towards us, those pulses will be higher in amplitude than when the radar antenna is pointing away from us. This radar also appears to have 2 states. So one state we're seeing now with about a 3 millisecond pulse interval, and a second state which it switches to about every 90 seconds to 2 minutes, where it's about a 1 millisecond pulse interval. So if we wait a little while, we might see an increase in the pulse repetition frequency. And there it is. You can see a much higher pulse rate now on the display. I've now entered pulse analyzer mode and done a single sweep capturing a single pulse. And on the display now we've got a detailed analysis of the characteristics of that pulse. So here we're seeing our power measurements, the average power minus 48, minus 49 dBm measured through the antenna. The pulse width is about 1.5 microseconds, and we can see the change in amplitude across the top of the pulse here, about 0.76 dB. The first and second transition characteristics are the rising and falling edge characteristics, so we can measure the rising edge. It comes out at about 380 nanoseconds, and the falling edge about 220 nanoseconds. On the display at the top here, I can just expand that, we can see the position where all of the parameters are measured from, so it's showing us the position that we're using for the pulse width and the pulse power using the dotted lines there, and also the position used for the pulse rise time and fall time. So a very powerful measurement capability, and we can display on a single screen all of the results and an image of the trace, or just the trace itself. Let's just recap what we've done today on the top of Mount Umunhum. We've been making measurements on this NEXRAD weather radar with the MS-2090A and the pulse analyzer option. The first thing we did was we used the real-time spectrum analyzer to see the radar breathing, to see it actually transmitting, and it's much easier to do that in RTSA because we can capture the individual pulses as it rotates. We then went into zero span and saw the pulses in the time domain. That enabled us to measure the pulse repetition frequency. And then finally we went into the pulse analyzer mode. And in pulse analyzer mode we can measure detailed parameters of the individual pulses such as rise time and fall time and pulse width. So we've made a lot of measurements today. I found it really interesting. I hope you enjoyed it too. Please go to our website for further information. Thank you very much for watching.